You can do it, Nina! Oh, yeah! Gotcha, Mirage! Aye, aye, Captain. I am so with you, Zeke. Sure. Go for it. Wasn't gonna work, was it? I'm really, really sorry. Blocky block. Oh, no, you don't! Not good. Why is this happening? Amazing! Hey, nice attack! You rang? Kind of a tight spot, huh? Flying guys are so annoying! Careful! Take a break, Bessie! You deserve it! Next, birdie, please. Finch on the job. Hold it right there. Things are really spicing up. Nice! Keep going! Come on,
Hello,
chill out.
chat.
Okay, don't panic. Don't
I believe
panic!
it is almost
You
time for
haven't
video
seen
games.
anything yet, buddy. I'm just getting warmed up. Oh, come on.
Every
Remember when we
time,
were all like,
I forget
before?
that
It's all
you can
downhill
still see
from
the
here,
test
huh?
chats for
You know
several
what?
hours after I post them.
I'm their weakness. Let's
It is
finish
very
this
silly.
with oomph. Oh, I can do it. Can't you
I
give
should
me
definitely
some
at
orders
least
for
have,
a
like,
change?
a dummy
Okay,
account
here we go. See
to make the
ya.
test chats to at least have
Woohoo!
plausible
You gotta get
deniability.
served. You're gonna love this one. Go back
Like,
to whence
it would be
you
super
came.
neat
Blast of fresh
if
air. Whoopsie
only the stuff
crazy.
when I was actually
Wake
live
up,
got
world.
archived
Focus.
in any specific
Eagle
way at
eye.
all.
Rush down. Quick
I also
darts.
have no idea
On
how
the
audible I am
rail.
over
Aim
Finch,
for anchor.
but I think that
Read
makes the
lines.
discussion we're having
Blind
right now
spot.
even
Hey,
funnier.
yeah. You ready for this?
I'm going to switch to
Oh,
the other scene
bye.
now
You're
because stream is
strong.
live
But you're
and
also kinda
I can
dumb, huh?
very clearly see that
What?
people are
How
in
you
chat,
so
which means the
cool?
stream being
You,
live
like,
is working
totally
properly.
wiped the floor with-
If the
Oh,
face
man,
cam
those steamed
is
veggies you made
very
the other day
flickery,
were
I'm going
super
to not be using
tasty,
face cam
Pyra.
for the rest of the
That
stream
was a
because
close
I have
one.
not been able to get that to work properly. Okay, guess we're not doing face cam then. Thanks, video game. That's not even the game's fault. What am I talking about? So that was working fine about 35 seconds ago before I went live. We're gonna try the fix one more time, which if you see this side of my face, this side of my face change color rapidly, that's because I had to tab that monitor away from the words. That monitor, the one on that side of me over there is the one the game is on, but the properties window for my webcam pops up on that monitor, but on the PC underneath the video game, so I have to change it every time. And actually, if it's weirder because it looks red and it doesn't just like change to a different gray or white color. That's because the thing just behind it there is the Kurono Kaseki 2 Steam page. So guess what I was doing before then? Also, thank you for the subscription. Okay, so I just did everything that is suggested to cause the flickering fix with this webcam. So we're gonna turn it off for now and just tune back in several other times throughout the stream and see if that fixes things later, because sometimes it chooses to fix itself. It did not do it right now. I have finished Kuro 1, yes. Also, if it is a lighting issue, can't do a whole lot about that right now, so we're probably leaving it off for this stream. Or rather, I can add a lot more light. The only problem is it's that lamp back there, so it's going to be extremely washed out. I will figure something out in the future for this. Anyway, we're going to play Baten Kaitos. I know obscenely little about these games, despite them being like the second biggest thing Monolith has done outside of Xeno. So like, I know that this is what they were doing, what a different team at Monolith was doing during the early Xenosaga games. I know that it's like, if Xenosaga is inspired by Final Fantasy X, and the Xenoblade series is inspired by 12, Baten Kaitos is a lot closer to the PS1 games, which is actually really neat. There are cards. Motoi Sakuraba did the OST for at least the first game, so it's gonna sound cool. What else? What other random Baten Kaitos facts do I actually know? I know. I think Masato Kato wrote the first game as well, or was at least a co-writer on it. So while Takahashi and Soraya Saga were doing Xenosaga, the other writer for Xenogears was doing this. Also, you want to know something really funny? That Sea of Stars over there, that's the demo. I played the actual game on PC. I just went and checked the demo after I'd already gotten like 90% of the way through the game. Because they said in the demo, like, oh, if you walk on this tile in the overworld, you can hear one of the Mitsuda songs in this game. And I couldn't tell if some of the songs were Mitsuda or not, so I pulled the demo back up to check if one of them actually was, and I was correct on that one. So that's neat. I've been live for a few minutes. I think we can actually press the Baten Kaitos button now. So don't pay attention to all of my Switch users. I have additional users for a bunch of different eShops, even though I've only ever used like Australian and Japanese ones. That's a Monolith Soft logo. Tricrescendo was like a co-developer with Monolith on the games. Logical Beat were the ones who did the remaster job. Also, while the copyright is Nintendo here, and Nintendo did publish Baten Kaitos 2, at the very least in the West, Bandai Namco published this remaster, so there is a chance it's going to be a timed Switch exclusive, because Nintendo technically doesn't have the rights to any of this stuff, or it could be like Nintendo was like, hey, you gotta make it an exclusive to have the remaster at all. So we'll see. This could easily get a PC port at some point, but I'm just playing it now because as far as I know, while the frame rate is inconsistent, it's still better than it was in the originals. Like, I'm pretty sure I read something like either not combat is weirdly unlocked between 30 and 60 and combat's locked at 30, or it's vice versa, but I think the originals were locked at 30, so it's still better. Also, this is the first 1080p Monolith game, believe it or not, because the Xenoblade Switch games, I believe, cap out at 900, and they're obviously dynamic. And, I mean, unless you want to count Smash 4, which I think was 1080, because they worked on that, but not Ultimate, this is the first time that we'll get to see Monolith stuff in full HD the year before the Switch version that's probably going to have DLSS-enabled 4K in it, so, you know, hopefully we get the 4K patches for the Xenoblade games when that happens. But I'm going to press this button, and are you ready? Are you ready for the only English voice acting we're going to hear across both of these games? Because for some reason, I think they did something... I don't remember what the justification for it was, and I remember it being fairly flimsy. But also, just to test to make sure the game worked, I did like get to the title screen of the first game. Also, shoutouts to the OG Namco logo. But they did, in fact, remove the English voice acting from the remasters. The justification they gave was pretty flimsy. I don't remember exactly what it was. It was like we had to redo the syncing of cutscenes to the Japanese voices, or something like that. But they kept the English pre-rendered opening cutscene, so that's neat. I know that the dub for the original game... Also, just for the record, the capture window is zoomed correctly. The text almost flowing over to the edges of the screen, that's in the game as is. Like, for the record, I genuinely don't even know how this guy's name is pronounced. Like, I might pronounce him, like, not what the English dub did, because I'm going to be based on the Japanese voice acting.
The god of demise and destruction, the cursed power of Marpetru.
Also, like, if the voice acting for the rest of the game was even worse than this, I kind of am not. I probably would have been playing in Japanese to begin with, but apparently, like, from what I've heard, the dub in the second game is actually genuinely good, so it's way more unfortunate that we're missing it. But ultimately, I think for like doing live commentary over something, it's better to keep the voices in Japanese anyway, just because it's so much easier to riff on cutscenes when I'm not trying to also pay attention to a language I speak.
The void within you and soothe the agony inside.
That devil. That was like one Devil May Cry looking
When
thing.
did you know?
No dead weight.
No way!
I like how they pronounced it Gibari in the dub, even though I think like that's probably identical to the Japanese pronunciation, but most people I think in voice directing a dub would like say no, you could say it Gibari. I don't know, maybe the people who made the very bad decisions of the name pronunciations for the Persona 5 dub directed this game too. I don't know.
Someday you
I know so little about the production of this game outside of like Monolith Soft did it. But we're gonna... Alright, there's no options in here. But we're gonna hit new game. Wow, okay. Okay, there are in-game achievements, which definitely suggests to me that this is going multi-plat at some point. Okay, thank God the subtitles for the actual game are, like, scaled properly. I have no idea why they were that big during the intro. Yes, VODs will be uploaded to the second channel whenever I get around to it.
いや、その名前は
Also, not gonna lie, I was not expecting the first actual text box to be voice acted in an early GameCube game. I guess I can't be... Oh. Oh no. God, I hate how immersion breaking the like generic Switch UI for the name entry thing is every single time it shows up. Unfortunately, I knew that you had to name the file. Oh wait, actually, is this naming the main character, or is this just naming the file? Because I'm going to stick with canon names if you actually can name the characters, but if this is naming the file, I would do something silly. I'm assuming not literally. This is me specifically. Okay. Alright, I will unfortunately have to just stick with Luxon because we only get 8 characters. I was absolutely going to name the file John Xenoblade if it gave me more room. Oh, it's like a Bravely Default thing. He's just talking to me. Okay, I get it. I vastly misinterpreted that scene. Oh, and also, while like the alerts in chat are going to be popping up here, I am also saving a second recording that's just the raw game capture without even my commentary, so if I ever need raw footage for content, I can do that without having to play the game a second time, which, that was a problem with certain other things. Also, I went to Bravely and not Earthbound because this is like a more JRPG than... It's... From what I know, this game is closer to a Bravely than an Earthbound. Oh, let's go. We're back in 4x3. Oh, wait, is that why the text scaling on the opening was so bad? Did they crop it to fit 4x3 instead of doing the sane thing and just having it be 4x3 for one scene? Why did they crop just the intro and not that too then?
ここは
I love the human anatomy chart in the background. Like, is this going to be so similar to a Xeno game?
行ってて
I really like this portrait art style. I'm gonna be real. Like, actually, I'm sorry to, like, keep interrupting things in the literal opening cutscene, but have you seen the art for the album for the first game's OST? Oh, it's below. It's below everything. Hold on. There we go. This looks like a JoJo volume cover in, like, the best possible way. Like, I actually genuinely really like this art style. We'll see. I'm assuming these portraits are going to be touched up from what they were in the original, so hopefully at least...
目が覚めたかいどうだい気分は
Oh, also, male as the that's fantastic. I hope this, like, keeps up with the Trails ass descriptions for generic NPCs that don't have names.
あんたは俺はどうしてここに私はラリクシこのケバルライ村で医者をやっている
Okay, I knew he was gonna actually introduce himself, but
気を失って倒れているところを見つけられてここに運び込まれたんだよああそうだいきなりロックキャットに襲われて畜生油断してた
yes, this is the game they barely advertised. I'm heavily considering having a running counter of amount of copies I sell just through the stream on screen at all times, and then emailing Bandai Namco for a check once I'm done with both games, but we'll see.
相手がロックキャットでよかった彼らは装飾だからねしかし普段は人を襲ったりしないんだがな
Alright, I'm also very curious as to how he pronounced his name in the dub, because I'm very curious if Nintendo in the early 2000s would have let them get away with the character that had Kush in his name. It's like, Square in 99 did not let them get away with Shitan in Xenogears.
最近森の生き物たちが妙に落ち着かなくてねなぜだかわからないがみんなひどく気が立っている君も森には下手に近寄らない方がいいところで君の名は何というんだねこの辺りでは見かけない顔のようだがああ俺はカラスって呼ばれてる
Okay, so it is Kalas. I was very curious if he was going to say something that sounded close to Karasu, and it's like, was he supposed to be named after crows? And they just did not translate that properly.
この辺りに来るのは初めてなんだそれで道に迷っちまってカラスくんかそれでは改めてようこそケバルライ村にカラスくん強く頭をぶつけていたようだからもしかすると軽い記憶障害が出るかもしれないと
Alright, are we doing it?
ちょっと心配だったんだが
They did it! They did it! They subverted Xenogears in the first 5 minutes! I'm so proud of them!
さあよかったら起きて村の中を見て回ってみるといい
Also, for the record, like, one of the funniest thing, like, I didn't stream or do anything other than just record raw footage of it when I played Gears and Saga for the first time, but I love just reacting to things where I'm like, oh, so that's where they very blatantly got this thing from Xenoblade from. Okay, I see how it is. Anytime a comparison or, like, difference between these games and Xenoblade shows up, I'm going to, like, make a joke about it. If that's going to be annoying to you, I'm sorry, but I'm going to view these as, like, companion pieces to the Xeno series, because similar stuff.
まあ辺境の小さな農村だ特にこれといったものはないがねそれから君の飛翔機はそこだ変わった型の飛翔機だね帝国で一般に普及しているものとは違うようだがああそいつはじいちゃんが作ってくれた特製なんだじいちゃん腕のいい機械屋だったから
Okay, he was a brilliant engineer, but was he an average fighter?
なるほど。君のおじいさんがね。ところで、そのおじいさんは？
死んだよ。2年前に。
You know what? Like, I appreciate how we're speedrunning the JRPG tropes. Like, alright, we're waking up in a remote village. We got the dead family member. There's an empire.
そうか。そいつは。
Like, Like, between Trails is very much an outlier because of the way it presents itself, even though it is, like, reasonably generic and tropey in most things. But between this and Sea of Stars, I'm very happy to be playing, like, some JRPG-ass JRPGs right now. Which, these streams are partially to shill these games so that people buy these remasters, so that we get Xenosaga remasters. But Sea of Stars is a good game, too.
ああ、例なら外にいるミーマイに言ってくれ。森で倒れてる君を見つけて、ここまで抱えて帰ってきてくれたんだ。
ああ、わかった。ミーマイだね。
Also, if you were questioning whether or not these were, like, done more than just, like, porting and upscaling, I think the fact that, yeah, that guy does not have fully modeled fingers, so these are still the GameCube models, but, like, also, that has its charms.
よし、OK だ。それじゃ、行こうぜ。
Alright, let's see if my controller will decide to cooperate today, because I'm playing with these. I'm playing with. Actually, I can turn the camera on just for this. There's the. I am in fact playing with the Xenoblade 2 Pro controller. Which, guess what? Guess what? The only Switch controller I have that drifts consistently is. Yeah, it's really great. Okay, do I want to actually read the tutorials? I will do that not on stream. I'll just make like a second save file here if I really have issues. Although, okay, so they did the Final Fantasy remaster thing where you can change things. I'm gonna probably leave these at default for now. Like, I'm obviously not gonna turn on instant win and auto battle anytime soon, but like, if we're backtracking or anything, I can turn off random encounters, and if battles do actually need to be sped up at some point, then sure. But check these. Okay, there's tutorials in here if I need them as well. I don't know why Rumble defaulted to off, but yeah, other than that, good. And can I check the? I can check the anatomy chart. Neat. Really hoping. Also, like, yeah, look at this, pre-rendered backgrounds, 3D models. This is some classic JRPG right here in the best possible way. And we've got birds. I feel so catered to right now. Like, yeah, I know the name is Eternal Wings in the Lost Ocean, but like... I'm still happy to see birds, I guess. I don't know.
ねえ、あんたの左肩に乗っかってる、それ、ひょっとして飛翔機？ああ、そうだけど。へえ、珍しいな。帝国の方じゃ普通に使われてるらしいけど、こんな辺境じゃ飛翔機を見かけることはまずないよ。しかし、なんか変わってるね。
How do you lose an ocean? Play Final Fantasy 3. I think it's the best way I can describe that.
ああ、これは俺のじいちゃんが作ってくれた特製なんだよ。
But also, like, there was a big whale in the opening cinematic, so I'm assuming that's gonna have to do with it at some point too. Like, we might go full Link's Awakening here. I don't actually know. But also, Baten Kaitos, the star is in the whale constellation. So that's probably has to do with that too.
けれどそんなに珍しいのかな。ラリクシ先生にも同じこと聞かれたよ。へえ、先生に？先生が飛翔機に興味を持つなんて珍しいな。別に機械のことなんかには興味なさそうな人。
Let's go! Let's go! We got a reference to Satan tinkering with his junk in the backyard.
ところで、それ片方しかないみたいだけど、もう片方は故障して修理でもしてるのかい？いや、こっちだけでいいんだ。俺、左の翼がないんだよ。
Ah, I see. That's interesting because he did, in fact, have a left wing of sorts.
それで
like,
じいちゃんがこいつを作っ
seen
てくれ
before
たんだ。
that happened.
ああ、そっか。それで、いや、悪いこと聞いちまったな。
Also, I gotta wonder, is the low rule Triforce dialogue arrow going through? Oh wait, no, they're not equally. That could actually just be a symbol for something. Never mind.
いや、構わないよ。
Game ruined my joke
こい
again.
つのおかげで、俺は別に何の不自由もなくやってるし。そうか。しかし、あんたのじいさんってすごい腕のいい職人だったんだな。オリジナルの飛翔機を作ってる
Also,
なんて。
I just need to point out,
ああ、俺にはよくわからないけど。
major long conversation with a
魔法使いみたいな人だ。
generic NPC with no name or portrait, fully voice acted. Obviously not all dialogue is, but that's impressive. Alright, for some reason the way my brain parsed that sentence is it didn't go to like mountain apple juice, like apple juice made out of mountain apples. But it read it as mountain apple juice, like apple juice of, I don't know. Also, if anyone's curious, there does not seem to be a way to review text. But although it looks like holding A down advances text that way, but it's slightly too fast for me to do that, so I'm just gonna keep reading fast. Also, I do read very fast, so I'm sorry if non-voice dialogue goes by extremely quickly. Okay, that. Could not tell if this was a new guy for the remaster additional options or which, yeah. You could pause to change any of that stuff just at will, even in the middle of an NPC conversation. Didn't know if he was talking about save points or if he was going to be telling me about the remaster exclusive stuff. Alright, so that... Oh, am I not inside the flower? Okay. Let's see, how many save slots did they give us? That's not good. Alright. I'm gonna make 3 save files. This might seem like overkill, but I'm gonna save twice at the end of the stream in case something happens in a later one and I need to go back to the beginning. And then I'm just gonna have one back there at the beginning, just in case I do need to go back and review the tutorials. But I think it'll be a bit funnier just to watch me bash my head against the wall.
やあ、兄ちゃんだな。ミーマイに助けられたっての。
And I knew that there were mascot creatures in the games as well. But that thing is
もう起き
very
て
round
大丈夫なのか？
in a good way. Squeak Squeak 2.
ミーマイってこいつが？
I really like that expression too. Like, why are his eyes still normal eye shaped?
俺を村まで連れて帰ってくれたのはこいつなのか？
そうだよ。すげえんだぜ、ミーマイは。そこらの飲んだくれなんかよりよっぽど頭いいし役に立つんだ。
Darn, this mascot character doesn't drink. We're not getting another Ricky. That's
そう
tragic.
か。世話になったな、ミーマイ。ありがとう。
Alright, I see a person who is in the intro FMV, which means we're talking to them last. Okay, that's interesting. They do still have horses. I'm going to refrain from, like, actually making a lore document or, like, writing in a notebook interesting lore facts that I see when I'm playing through, like I have been doing with every Trails game, but I'm going to pay attention to Sadal Sud there, because that's probably a place that we can go to at some point. I know how video games work. Okay. I was not expecting these games to have this kind of sense of humor, but I'm kind of here for it. Or just having pig cows.
あら、あなた旅の人ね。フェルカドから来たのでしょう。こんなひなびた農村じゃすることもなくて退屈でしょう。あ、フェルカド。東にずっと行ったところにある古き石の都。我が夢と憧れの街よ。よその人にはこんな辺境の島の小さな都なんか全然大したことないのかもしれないけれど、私は週に一度都へ商いに出かける日がある日、都の通りで領主様か裕福な商人の若旦那様とばったり出くわして、そして二人は一目見た途端運命の恋に落ちてしま
I
うの。
like how this was the conversation that got the voice acting.
うっとり。
Okay, I get it now. It's actually like
何また夢みたいなこと言ってるのよこの子。
a lore thing that like
運よくそんな出会いがあ
shows
ったにして
ways to
も
get the wings to manifest.
山
Never mind.
梨の田舎娘なんかいいように騙されて散々遊ばれた上で飽きられたらポイと捨てられちゃうのがオチよ。いくら人に翼があるからって浮ついたふわふわした夢なんか見てちゃダメ。しっかり大地
See,
に足を
silly
踏ま
scenes
えて
can have world building
一
too.
歩一歩歩ってくくらいで村の人間はちょうどいいのよ。
Also, I guess the wings are
もう分かってるわよそのくらい。
not physical
でも
body
ついて
parts,
て
which is
ふわふわしてて
interesting.
はいはい。どんな素敵な夢を見るのもいいけど、仕事を片付けたからにしてちょうだいね。
はあ、働かざる者、夢見るべからずなのね。現実はどこまでもシビアだわ。
Now, one thing I don't actually know is if, like, how good the quality of the localization for the original releases of the games were. So I have no idea. They might have touched up the localizations in these remasters as well, but I wouldn't know because I've never played the originals. Also, yeah, I talk to every NPC when I play RPGs. I'm sorry. I just realized that that might be off-putting for stream viewers. I might try to partially curb that, but I'm gonna at least check out the buildings in the first town. Alright, this is probably the way. Alright, this is definitely... See, I just made a comment about whether or not they touched up the localization. I'm guessing that him using the word blockhead in this context, that feels like an early 2000s translation move. Well, I mean, I got a card. I am not checking that menu until I actually get the tutorial for it. I'm genuinely surprised at how many, like, just regular NPC conversations are voiced.
一人旅もいいが、あんまり無茶するんじゃないよ。故郷にあんたの帰りを首を長くして待ってる親兄弟がいるんだろ。
Like, actually, these games were multiple discs on GameCube, weren't they? That might make this make a bit more sense. Because I know these are like both full-length RPGs. They're like 40 to 50 hours. So we will be here a long time.
いや、故郷にはもう誰もいない。俺は一人ぼっちなんだ。
Yo. He said Bochi. Is that a Bochi the Rock reference?
そうかい。そいつは寂しいね。しかしそれじゃなおさら無茶はいけないよ兄さん。きっと世界のどこかにはあんたのことを待ってる人がいるからさ。
俺のことを
Streaming multiple long games is a bad idea. People are going to learn that my sense of humor is very, very, very bad when I can't just, like, choose the best take of the joke and have an infinite amount of time to think of funny things to say.
そんな誰かが世界のどこかで今もあんたと同じように普通に暮らしてる。お互いまだそうとは知らずに。世の中ってのはそうやって回っているんだ。まあ、いずれわかるさ。
I'm assuming this is foreshadowing for something, but we'll figure that out when we get there.
ところで兄さん、こいつを持っていきなよ。私の特製のお団子だ。遠慮はいらないよ。
Okay. So apparently even the healing items are cards. That I didn't know.
ありがとう。
何、礼はいらないよ。
I promise, we're going to get to combat in this stream at least once. Says that immediately gets sidetracked by milk collecting. That's not the stable. Also, I'm very smart. All right, now. Okay. Now, can I not actually get the milk? Was I wrong? Do I have to milk it myself? No, I do not. That's sad. Oh. I thought I could just get the bucket. It's a poop bucket. I see how it is. We're gonna move on. I'm just gonna not do that now. Let's go.
そもそもマグナスってのは物体から余分なものを取り除いたそのものの本質。マグナエッセンスを取り出してカードに封じ込めたものだ。だからいざ使おうと思い、マグナスを解放して元の形に戻してみたら。
That's actually going to be interesting, like, if it's actually a mechanic where you can get bad cards. Or, like, obviously, because it's quote-unquote equipment in a JRPG, there are going to be things that are better than others. And, like, optimal builds and stuff. But, like, can you get a shoddily made one? I didn't check. Do I actually have money yet? Okay, well, considering I can barely buy, like, a couple things, I'm gonna not buy anything right now and assume that I start out with something enough to at least get through the first couple fights. Oh no, there's another screen this way. Oh, okay. Big fan, big fan. This is a very, very Xenogears big city looking overworld map. Really like that. But I guess we can go and talk to the person with the unique design now and actually progress the story.
あなた旅の人？近くの森にあるという古い遺跡を見に来たの。あなたは？
俺は
Alright, people were talking about it before, but... Oh, yeah, he is wearing Crocs. That's... Wait, no, hold on a minute. I think he's wearing actual shoes. Part of it's just, like, orange and very similar to his skin tone. I'm going to at least believe that. I haven't seen enough official art of him to, like, see his feet in detail.
じゃあね、僕、ミーマイ。
チェ、僕じゃないや。セドルってんだい。だけど物好きだよな。
There we go. We did it. We did it. We have a natural way of learning a random character's name. Alright, like, I'm assuming we just go back to the list now, but... I really like the expressions in his portraits.
月魂の森の遺跡か。俺たちも後で行ってみるか。よし、 それじゃあ早速月魂の森へ行ってみるとしようか。大昔の遺跡ってのを見てみようぜ。こ
Smirks
の村の連
deviously.
中はあの森のことをやたら恐れてるみたいだが気にすることはない。ただの迷信さ、そんなの。なーに、大丈夫だって。今度は油断しないから。
So thank you for all of those follows. That was a lot. Happened 6. Not the right pause button. That's not. Interestingly, it does not look like I can. Hold on, I'm messing around with menus because I'm very stupid right now. Can't find the food I got in the fire thing. Maybe you just can't use those in a party member. Nope, those are here. Oh, wow. That's neat. Was not expecting just music player in the main menu there. And yeah, I'm assuming. All right, yeah, I'm not gonna scroll through there because there might be spoilers in there. But there's just a straight up achievement system there. This game is probably going multi-plat, or at the very least, the Switch 2 is going to have regular achievements. And Famco was informed of that ahead of time. Oh, okay. So these things are only usable in camp. Then this, I guess I just can't put in his deck yet. And I have only one accessory slot, looks like. We'll be fine. Actually, wait. No, I'm gonna head right back out to the overworld after this first fight and save. Because we may not be fine. Also, it might just be because... Actually, I don't know what I'm talking about. The menus, specifically, give me big Tales of vibes for some reason. Feel more like that than any other, like, contemporary game to the series. Like, obviously these were coming out at the same time as Symphonia, roughly, but I think more of Vesperio does. Alright, Also, yeah, this is not the song that was in Smash. That's the main battle theme from the second game. Okay, so it's a turn. Okay. I'm going to look up the tutorial because I'm actually not sure what's going on right now. I thought it was fully turn-based. That's how little I knew. Alright, so now what we're gonna do, system help. There we go. Okay, so... Okay, so I can use a card for attack or defense, like, depending on when it's happening. L and R to switch those, that's interesting. Also, class level. I didn't know there was a class system. Okay, that's the combo limit before. I don't know if that's a Magnus thing or a thing I can unlock later. Okay. Interesting choice of elements, actually. I would, like, you got 3 of the 4 classical elements and then just time. That's, like, that's exceptionally unusual. For just anything standards, but I like it. Like, dark and light counteracting each other is usual. It's like a, classic thing. Like, obviously, even Xenoblade 2 does that. But wind and time is actually very interesting. Also, the fact that the element system is based on opposing ones and not, like, specific... I mean, there's probably also weaknesses as well, but that's also very Xenoblade 2. Most of these seem normal, but it's actually really nice that they're giving concrete numbers for what the damage over time ones do. Doesn't specifically say if you keep the new one yet, but that can be experimented with very easily. That's interesting. That's their way of using, of like scanning enemies, I guess. But the fact that you need to actually pay attention to light levels is very funny. Okay, I think I understand more now. I'm going to... Against... I'm trying to fight that thing, but it's just... There we go. Okay. Against all of my urges, I'm going to do my best to not check the menu every single time I pick up a new Magnus, because I know me, and I know that I would do that. Alright, there we go. I think I start. I'm beginning to understand. Now, does he only have the one victory voice line? That could be... It could get very questionable. Going like that. I think for the sake of it being interesting to watch, I will limit myself to only checking my menu and adjusting my decks at save points, because I don't hate my viewers this much. Yo, it is real. Oh. So the tutorial was one screen away from where I was. I see. Combo. I didn't realize it was probably there in the defense tutorial, but I didn't realize there are defense combos too, so I can use more than one card to defend if I need to. I also absolutely love how, if we pay attention to the first, like, the first hand in the first battle I was in, I think I got 3 defensive Magnus at once. Okay, so they're doing like some very arcane Final Fantasy 1 type targeting, which I guess for a combo-based game makes sense. Like, you don't want a character to be able to attack a lot and heal a lot at the same time unless it's specifically like a life steal type attack. Okay, so it looks like elements are useful for defense, but does not say if there are enemies with elemental attacks yet. I have fire. I know I have fire. Yeah. I mean, it shows that he can use it. Alright, that's ice. Yeah. I guess for some reason he cannot use the fire. I'm not gonna go for complete camera stuff. I'm just gonna replace that with another shield. I also just realized the bananas are an attack and not a heal. That's really funny. Like when I saw green bananas, I thought it was, oh, this is a fantasy game, so the edible things are going to look different than the ones in the real. But no, it's just actual green bananas that are unripe, so they cause damage. That's really funny. Actually, that might be the first thing I swap out if it's. It has like 5 attack power, I think. And yes, in case you were wondering, I am instinctively pressing buttons every time he hits with an attack because I have been poisoned by games with action commands. The one thing that I am feeling slightly disappointed by remaster wise so far is just no remastered OST. These appear to just be the GameCube tracks, which I feel like if we didn't have the valedictory elegy in Smash, I wouldn't be complaining about this. But I've listened to both that and the original version, and I would really like if all of these were remastered, just out of selfishness. Not taking a whole bunch of damage yet, so I'm not concerned about adding more healing. I also think like the bonk sound effect when it hits the shield has been consistently funny to me. And also, it's pretty evident, obviously, but no random encounters, at least so far. Now, granted, most enemies have not been particularly avoidable yet, but I would assume that things get a bit wider later on.
今のは。
クラム、レオン。
I don't know if it was super obvious in the FMV because of how crunchy it was, but it is neat how everyone's wings do look different.
あなたは。
来るぞ。
Oh, I love this. I love just like as a trope thing when you get revealed a character's name through the party UI first.
ライトフレア。ライトフレア。
Also, I might want to change the turn report.
作戦かよ。
Oh, that was, did not realize that was a 2-hit. Oops.
作戦かよ。
Doesn't matter. Not take a whole lot there. Yeah, it does seem like the big report after every turn is a little much. Although, well, it does say that it was weak to water, though, so maybe that would be useful. Oh, also, yeah, I am just playing the downloaded version. I didn't get the didn't get a physical copy from Europe or anything. Alright, well, that's neat. And yeah, I'd rather just use one attack than. Oh, okay. Right, I forgot. It's weak to water. Obviously, it's going to resist fire. I'm very smart. Like, all it took was getting a second character and, like, someone with actual elemental affinity to make this feel a whole lot more complex. Nice to see how much, like, damage I actually take from this, now that I have a healing item in my hand. Also, elemental weaknesses being 80% is a lot. Like, obviously this could be a scaling thing. Chelsea. There we go. It is early, but it's very curious that a completely undefended attack still only did like a dozen damage or so. I will need to take a small break to grab some water in a minute, but I think we should see the scenes first. Also, that looks like it wasn't the proper boss of this area too, because I can see a path going past there. Yo, wait. Hold on. I just realized. Is this where they got Melia from? She's got wings and her bodyguards died. That only just clicked with me.
ちょっと亡くなった人から物を盗むっていうの？ その人たちは私の仲間なのよ。
Also, like,
固いこと言うなって。どうせ死んじまった連中に
I
は
had no idea
もう何も
Kalas
必要
was
ない
going
ん
to
だ。
be like an anti-hero.
他の
But
者が
no,
生きて
we're
いく
just
ために
looting corpses
そい
after
つ
the
の持ち
first
物
boss.
それ
It's
に
hilarious.
何も身ぐるみはごってわけじゃない。必要なものだけもらえりゃそれで十分だ。
Although it is kind of funny. Like, the entire concept of Magnus's is turning objects into cards. So like, he's only taking the Magnuses from their bodies. He's leaving them with the actual clothes they died in.
ほらよ。
これはグラムとレイオンの形見として家族に渡してあげろって、そういうこと？
This is an easy setup for something very funny in a minute.
あなた案外。
お前の取り分だ。それをやるからブーブー言うな。
Okay, you're calling him a Fire Emblem fan, but are we sure he's not just like a very scuffed Fire Emblem lord? Like, he does have the blue hair.
なんですって？
Like, I knew that wasn't actually going to be the reason, but this is this is really funny.
いらないわ。ねえ、ちょっとあなたね。
Alright, like, I'm assuming his response is going to be, it's not stealing when they're dead.
あ、ちょっと待ってよ。助けてくれてありがとう。
After that, she's still
私は
blushing.
シェラ。改めてお礼を言うわ。
別にあんたを助けたわけじゃないさ、シェラ。剣竜が美味しい獲物だったってだけだ。
He's just playing life like it's an MMO.
幻の国ミラノ。
Yo! Yo! She said the thing. I did know that there was that, like, the name Mira was used in this game, but it's still very funny.
どうしてそれを？
精霊の守護を受けているもの、すぐ分かったわ。確かミラの国の人にしか精霊をこの地に呼び込むことはできないとかいうことだったし。
Don't make me actually tinfoil this into, like, trying to connect the themes and the concept of guardian spirits into X. I'm not doing that.
よく知ってるみたいだな、精霊について。
古の時代、この世界とは異なる次元とこの世界との境界にて、
Ah, I see. There is another world. Maybe there is something about this planet.
それぞれ違う世界に住む二つの命の精神が出会い結ばれることがあった。その異世界の精神は精霊と呼ばれた。だが精霊の声を聞く者はごく稀であり、運よく精霊が降りた者は大いなる知恵と力を授かったという。でも驚いた。
I see. I get to be the one to imbue the blue-haired anime boy with superpowers. I don't get to be the superpowers myself.
今まで本当に古い言い伝え、ただの伝説だと思っていたもの。
ま、旗から見たら精霊なんているのかいないのかわからないし。
I love that one specific portrait. It's so funny.
ただの言い伝え。伝説のお化けかなんかみたいに思われても仕方ないんじゃないか。
He's actually just like, how can guardian spirits be real if our eyes aren't real?
なあ。
Do I want to participate in the gaslighting? I think I kind of do.
今の精霊の声？頭の中で誰かの声がかすかにこだましたみたい。
お前、精霊の声が聞こえたのか？
ほんの かにだけど。それがあなたの名前ね。私
Yeah, I really shouldn't have actually named it after myself. I didn't realize
よろしくね。
I was going to actually... That was going to make me into a character. Okay, I will be nice.
なんだかくすぐったいような。
That makes me feel even more uncomfortable.
でもお前村で目覚めてからなんか変だぞ。
Been acting kind of funny. Like I have no idea about what's going on. Like I'm playing through this universe blind.
そういやラリクシ先生が言ってたっけ。
Oh, wait. Did I get amnesia but he didn't? That's hilarious.
まさかお前あの村で目を覚ます前のことを。
That's actually... That's a really funny way of subverting the trope. I really like that.
おい本当かよ。冗談じゃない。一体なんだって。
Look, we're gonna do the trope, but also not do the trope. It's true, I have become the canon event.
その話はまた後だ。こんなとこでのんびり立ち話してるわけにもいかないしな。どうせそのうち思い出すだろう。
I'll remember soon enough. You see, perhaps I will remember if I look up the wiki and spoil myself on the game, but I don't feel like doing that.
ねえカラス。私この奥にあるという古い遺跡へ行かなきゃいけないの。あなたたちは？
ああ、俺たちもそうだ。どうする？一緒に行くか。
ええ、お願い。でもその前にちょっとだけ待ってて。
Ah, she has to return them to the Bionis. I mean, the floating island. I mean, the Bionis. I mean...
務めがあります。先を急がねばなりません。グラム、レイオン、これまで本当にありがとう。光なき地に光を。
Alright, we got... This is different. This is honestly more world buildy than the Bionis remains scene from Xenoblade 1. Like, we have an actual prayer, we have the gesture for it. Makes me feel more like a ascending. Oh, it is ascending. They actually do the thing. I was making a joke, but then they actually just did the Final Fantasy X. That's what I get for talking.
お前、一体。
さあ、急ぎましょう、カラス。
It's funny. She says Kalasu and he says Kalas. Dude, I like this. I got amnesia. The only things I remember are JRPG tropes, so maybe I can vaguely understand what's going on in this world. Oh, I see. The green bananas, the spoiled bananas are an attack. But the ripe bananas are healing. Also, I got like a bunch of stuff. Already ordered. Got a whole bunch of stuff from the boss fight. Okay, so are these like a game-wide collectible thing, I guess? Then... Oh, okay. They are for her, never mind. I saw Colos's icon there when I first got it and was like, oh, obviously his face is there. I didn't realize it was grayed out. Then, okay, so that's what the finishing move is about. So, I'm gonna... So they didn't... I don't think they formally, like, explain what the numbers do yet. So, I'm just gonna take out the ones with the least attack, I guess, because... I'll take out a short sword for it. These... Actually, I mean, I'll keep these because of the defense combos, but the fact that the butter knives are doing more damage than those is very funny. Guess I'll take another one out for Saber. I will leave hers as is for now. Just because of... I don't know what the enemies are weak to. I got a bunch more fire, but if they're all weak to water, then I probably shouldn't be using those. Oh wait, the pictures are the... Okay. On that... maybe I should put the camera back in his deck then. That might be a good idea. Okay, so I was right. Elemental weaknesses can have different numbers. The boss was 80. This was just 30. Although, weak to water, I don't know if it resists rain. Yo, this is what... My protagonist can use Wave Race as an attack. Let's go. Combo to defend with those. Little late on that. And it's still one-shotted. Never mind, it didn't. I just don't have eyes. It also only just occurred to me that his ice dagger is water element. There's no actual ice. So I should be using that against it. I guess just everything in this area. Looks like most stuff is weak to water. I did not know that was how you made money. So, I should probably just get rid of the green bananas. Getting all the... Oh, I'm finally understanding basic level design. The enemies in the fire area drop fire things and are weak to water. I am so smart. But yeah, actually, people just keep talking about the clicks in the, oh. Unfortunately, I'm also kind of bad at navigating in, like, these pre-rendered backgrounds. Not talk about the amount of trouble I'm having right now. But yeah, for people who played the original, are these generic clicking sounds for the menus? Were those from the original? Or is that new? Because it looks like... I've seen screenshots of the original games, and it looks like the font was completely changed and the menu UI was. But I don't know if everything was. See if you guys are also weak to water by using fire instead of water. Well, it one-shotted, so I guess it's neutral. Yeah, okay. Again, elemental thing that I'm not going to equip for now. Everything, well, I guess unless it has more damage, but everything in here. Fire. Gonna... Oh, okay, so Sadal Sud was the name of the entire island, I guess. Don't think I caught that the first time. Also, really don't need to be fighting just all of these generic enemies. Like, if I can one-shot them without even comboing them, And I'm getting like a grand total of 2 experience from each one. I can probably skip some of these fights. Which, like, how many do I have to level up? Yeah. It takes 45 of those. Of killing those enemies just to get 1 level. I can skip some of them now. And even the boss was only like 40, so... Level scaling, it's always interesting seeing how different games approach the concept of level scaling. Like, what level it expects you to be for the final boss. Because, like, Xenoblade games, you're like 70 plus. A lot of early Final Fantasies, you're like in the 30s or 40s. And we're not even going to talk about what Trails does sometimes. Because, like, those games can range from, like, mid-30s to 150, depending. Oh. Ah, yes. Space. Ah, I see. Oh, this is a water... Okay. Maybe this is what all the fire stuff I was getting was supposed to be for. Oh. Or it's not a fight. Never mind. Or it is a fight. Never mind. Okay. Thank you, giant three-eyed snake. Alright, I'm gonna do 2 aqua bursts, but I don't feel too good about this, because I'm going to assume the guy that's in the water isn't going to take a lot of damage from water. Yeah, okay. I think I got the finisher then. Also, hopefully someone's camera shows up. I think they both have one. I also just noticed the shield that shows up when they guard against an attack. What does that remind you of? Okay. Well, that's unfortunate. You might as well just use it to get it out of my hand. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Gonna swap that out for the fire sword. I wish I should have been able to tell what was coming. But yeah, that's totally a blade shield. Oh, I was hoping she'd actually throw a banana. Camera is a defensive thing. I didn't realize that. Oh no, that was an attack turn. I just don't have eyes. It says when it's an attack or defense turn, doesn't it? Yeah, it's in the lower left. It's in the UI. I just need to pay attention to what the game is trying to tell me, and then bad things don't happen. Yo, she even referenced Mithra however many years before Xenoblade 2 this is. Whoa. Oh, that was water armor. Alright. I do have the bamboo shoot, so. Fine. I think that's the only healing item he has, though, so I'll have to spend an entire turn on that. There we go. Defend with the 2 shields instead of using a weapon. Also, yeah, I hope everyone's just like listening to the song that's going on right now. It's pretty banger boss theme. Okay, I guess I didn't realize shuffling took up an entire turn. Like, that obviously makes sense. But it's good to know for the future of when things get more difficult. We're just gonna... Unfortunately, I think I'm gonna have to leave that water in the hand the entire time for the rest of the fight. But we're good. We're gonna be okay. Oh, well. Guess we're doing a bad turn next turn. Yeah. Let's burn those now. Although, I guess I did kind of luck out that, like, 3 of the last 4 cards in her deck this time were the ones that the boss resists. And it died anyway, never mind. That's even funnier.
時は至れる。ここに主の扉は開かれる。しかと受け取るがいい。マルペルシュロの祝福。
It's a random Italian sounding name. Oh, it did actually die. I thought it was going to be like a friendly NPC and that was some sort of misunderstanding. I read that situation. I read that really wrong. Did it? We got... Oh. Oh, we just like... Oh no, that was the picture I took. Never mind. I thought that was something else. And we got... Okay, equipment and... Okay, so class and personal level are different things, but I think like they all require going to a specific place? Question mark? It looks like it. Meanwhile, Earthquake, which is impressive because there's not a lot of earth underneath us. We're on a floating island. Oh, this must be something serious if we're back to 4x3.
主の扉が開かれた。さあ、聞くがいい星よ。世界の滅びの歌を。
Unfortunately, the joke I make here is I could make here as a spoiler for something, so I'm not going to. But if you know, you know.
Anata, 何者なの? マルペルシュロというのは旧世界の呪われた神の名よ。
Alright, now is he the reincarnation of the evil god, or am I the reincarnation of the evil god?
知るかよ。お前こそなんでそんなことを。うわっ
Ah, I see. The fantasy JRPG has airships. Who could have guessed? And guys with guns.
貴様は
娘、盗み出したものを返してもらう。
Okay. I didn't know they were going to go that on the nose. Like, okay, is the Empire going to be Roman-based? Well, considering the first high-ranking looking person we see is Giacomo, I'm going to assume that there's going to be some sort of Italian inspiration here. I also was not expecting the setting to have guns, by the way. Well, if he didn't have amnesia before, he's about to. The question is, are we going to switch to another character and eventually rescue them, or are we going to do Prison Break? Oh, they just left him there. I thought they were also taking him. So I'd just like to point out that he's been to this forest twice in... I don't know how long he was out the first time, but let's say 1 week. He's gotten beaten up twice now. He's not even just saying, oh no, there were like 7 of them compared to 1 of me. He was like, no, they obviously took me off guard. They didn't just completely outnumber me, so there was nothing I could do regardless. Clearly, they sneak attacked me when they were completely surrounding me. Oh, he's beefing with Giacomo. I'm going to assume this doesn't change gameplay, but I'm going to agree with him because I don't want the angry anime boy to yell at me. Aha, now the game wants me to talk to NPCs. You can't escape it this time. Now, is this thing going to have a gameplay purpose? Slightly uncanny smile. Thank you for ending cutscene so I can... Oh. You can't do that to me! You can't show an item in a cutscene and... Oh, the enemies respawn. I don't feel like doing that then. Never mind. So sad.
カラス君、よかった、無事だったか。森の方で何やら騒がしいようだったが。とにかく村長の家へ来なさい。みんな集まって。
I'm so sad that Zella is the only other character who can actually hear me. Because I would absolutely rat him out for getting knocked out in the forest a second time. Like, Kaitos just seems to be the character who would be very fun to, like, watch the reactions of if I keep roasting him.
森の奥の泉のとこで変なモンスターが出てきて、それでマルペルシュロがどうとか。
なんじゃと、マルペルシュロじゃと。それは太古の呪われた邪神の名じゃ。
I like the implication that this is basically just Satan and he just does not know what this is.
だけど
言い訳など聞く耳もたるわ。お前たちのせいで恐ろしい災いが世に解き放たれてしもうた。
Okay.
このたわけが。
Who is his lot? He was alone. He went into the forest on his own.
それで確かあの旅の
Oh, okay. He thought he was with the other group of people who died. Because they died.
ああ、あの子シェラも一緒だったんだ。でもでかい飛空船でやってきた男たちに襲われて連れ去られちまった。
かなりまずいことになっているようだな。
先生、あの船について何か知らないか。奴らを追わなきゃならない。
いや、残念だがその飛空船というのに関しては私は何も。
なんか見たことないようなでっかい船なら都の方へ飛んでったぜ。
I like how out of the entire village only one person saw the airship.
都へ？わかった。ありがとう。
気をつけるんだ、カラス君。どうやら大きな歯車が回り始めているらしい。いいか、決して油断するんじゃないぞ。
You know what? Powerful entities seem to be at work.
ああ、先生。
That's like
わかったよ。
every Monolith game summed up in a nutshell right there.
よし。奴らの後を追おうぜ。逃がしはしないぞ、ジャコモ。
ああ、それとカラス君、時間は取らせないから後で私の家に来てくれないか。
I think the save point is that way, so I would be in that direction anyway.
わかった。後で寄ってみるよ。
It's so sad. The doctor seems to just be a doctor and not want to join the party. I don't know why. This one screen is the only one that seems like a little scaled weirdly, where it takes longer to walk down than it should. You see, if you doth desire the power, you can level up here. Okay, so there are levels and class levels, but it looks like there's not an actual class system. Aha, what if I just... Where's the... There's the bed. There we go. Bags. I already got one of those, I think. It's just of a different quality than a normal level up. So, like, obviously a level up is going to do what a level up does in every other game, but class levels. Take the class level up. That's actually really big. I was not expecting to get that big of a boost just from that. And then it's nice that there are little pips to show how many levels you have in stock there too. It's gonna take the maximum level up there, because I don't know how difficulty scales in this game. Okay, I got 5 more slots. Oh, I'm gonna take 2 more healing items because I'm alone. This because it's easily the strongest thing I've got. Then alright, yeah, then just a bunch of stuff that I can't use, but I guess I'm not going to sell the extra fire bursts quite yet. Oh. Oh, that's gonna be fun to unlock all of those. We got almost a Kanto deck's worth of stuff there. 1022 cards! I am not going to be 100%ing this game on stream. Oh boy. There we go. Okay, it looks like, yeah, it automatically populated it with the equipment I got this time. Oh, that's actually really interesting. Okay, I didn't realize that this just, it's like you just get all of the equipment for each character at once, I guess? Sort of looks like that. But I also love how just straight up getting a headache is a status. It looks like equipment is just a permanent item then. Oh. This is either going to be massively important lore or completely inane. Or a side quest, never mind. Ah, yes, space. Oh, that's what those things I got were from. Just actual constellations. For some reason, Orion is the only one left. Surprisingly, I already got 2 of them. Which, I think they were from the 2 bosses, so I'm assuming bosses drop them and they're probably ones that are hidden elsewhere. Assuming that this is just in case you want to see the map in an incomplete state, but there we go, we got more real-life constellations. More real-life constellations. Yeah, this, okay, the fact that this star map is all real stars is already making me think they're going to do the thing that Monolith always does. And have this be like above Earth or something. Also, I got another fire sword. Yeah. I'm gonna take out the short swords. Okay, then I'm going to save and take a quick break. Which, unfortunately, I didn't think ahead enough and make like an actual break screen for this. So, that's gonna be neat. Have fun figuring out what we're doing here. Just Let's just listen to the ducks for a second. I don't know if those are supposed to be ducks or they're supposed to be like fantasy. And actually, child probably has something to say here. Nope, they're just ducks. Okay. Ducks Real 2023. I will be back in a minute. Actually, I have the technology. I can just include text here. Actually, hold on. Give me a second. I've gotta do the classic Luxon brand. You know, very unique text of Helvetica. Alright, I'll be back in a minute. Okay, we are back. I hope you enjoy duck sounds. Also, if my voice sounds slightly more muffled this time, I had to turn the AC on. I was getting very sweaty with it off. But it doesn't tend to pick up on Discord, so I think it'll be fine here as well. Also, yes, these VODs will be available on my second channel at some indeterminate time after the Twitch stream finishes, because I'm not recording the stream itself. I'm just recording the gameplay in case I ever need it for content. So it's going to be however amount of time it takes for me to download the actual VOD off of Twitch. But I think the doctor wanted something. Hold on. I'm slightly disappointed I couldn't get an explosive playing card, honestly. Never mind. We do get the bombs. Okay, we got a shady doctor. This is Xenogears after all. Same writer, gotta remember. Can't believe who's like, bro, the entire world is cards. We don't expect you to carry anything ever. Fine, I will listen to the tutorial and make the stream very boring. Okay, so the person who wanted milk probably wants a milk Magnus and not an actual pail of milk. Like, that's just how they work. Gameplay mechanics. Like, he's nice enough to ask me every time. Oh, I didn't realize he was just... He was just hungry. He wasn't actually trying to give me a tutorial. He just wanted me to get food for him. Or sorry, he wanted Kalas to get food for him. I'm a different character in this game. Do I have an opinion on the concept of the player being part of the world? We will see how the rest of the game handles it. I'm neutral on it right now, but if it gets handled poorly later on writing-wise, then it could be used for good or for bad, basically. But not sure yet because I haven't seen enough of the story. Because we're gonna be here for a lot of streams. That's the wrong house again. Like, obviously I know the one person wanted milk, and I can get the person milk. But would it be funnier if I put... Oh, that's not the stables either. I swear I remember things. There were the buckets of animal poo. Can I take the animal poo? I cannot capture the animal poo. That's tragic. Tragic, actually. Alright, actually, does the person who wanted milk even still want milk? That's another question. I think it was this house, not this house. Okay, you know what? I think I like the idea of me being a canon character if it means I can bully him into doing the right thing, because it's very funny. Also, this is the wrong house, or wrong building again. But, yeah, I think fire... Not only did someone mention fire, but I think just having fire on hand would be a good thing. Like, the two food groups, fire and bombs. I love how we're using the card to move the milk halfway across the screen and not just carrying it. But I guess they didn't want to give up a receptacle even temporarily or something. I don't know. Yeah, because she was like, yeah, don't want it to spoil or anything, but I guess maybe it would spoil just walking it that far. Oh! Okay, I mean, I'm not going to hand that in right away, because I'm not going all the way back to the church, but good to have. Alright, let's see how much is it. Oh! Okay. I see now. That's a big amount of money. Or anything with money. They can't use that. Have a bunch of those. A bunch of those. A bunch of those. Now, and assuming resting also. Oh no! Wow! I was not expecting resting to be free. That's neat. Wasn't expecting another side quest off this too, but that's cool too.
あの人が出かけてからもう3日。普段ならもうとっくに戻ってきているはずなのに、まさかあの人の身に何かあったんじゃ。 そんなことない。きっと向こうでばったり古い友人にでも出くわしてて、それでついつい長居してるだけ。そうに決まってるわ。
Interestingly, we're already on like the south edge of this island, so is down there another island or
あ
something
な
else?
た旅の人でしょ。都であ
The
の
city
人に
that I
会
have
わ
not
なか
been
った
to
かしら。
yet.
うちの人はアルジーモって言うんだけど、背は中くらいでちょっと細身でいい男で。
I mean, I feel like I'm not the one who should be answering this because I don't remember anything, but
やっぱりあの人一体何やってるのかしら。ねえ、もしうちの人に会ったらこれを渡してすぐにうちに帰るよう伝えてね、お願い。うちの人の名はアルジーモ。忘れないでね、アルジーモよ。それじゃよろしくお願いね。
I can take out one of my 4 slots immediately. No, okay. We just actually have key items sometimes. First thing... Oh, no. Milk already got taken away, so... Log to burn over here, and I can go check that item that they kicked me out of the boss fight, or kicked me out of the room with. Cutscene. And it looks like those items don't respawn, so... Good thing to go back and check, because it's probably going to be something then. Also helps that... I have the fire... There we go, okay. This is good. It is, like, nice to have puzzles, because it's not something I associate with Monolith. They don't really do puzzles in a lot of their current game. It's like, obviously Zelda exists, but I have a strange feeling that the shrines weren't the things they had Monolith doing in Breath of the Wild. Alright, I don't know if these guys are weak to fire like the rest of them were, but nope, that just does a lot of damage, because... Powerful swords. Getting more swords. Some kind of unlimited blade worker. I don't know where I'm going with this. Fun fact, I'm not very funny. Oh, wait. Okay. Bluebird of Happiness. I could reference another thing that's a spoiler here. Oh, okay, so those birds that we scared off on the way through here earlier are actually a thing. Oh, the fire got used up already. Okay, I guess I could get water from probably the spring in the back there. I want to clean this. Alright, that's actually worth going back there for. This is specifically pristine water and not just like water or spring water. So I'm going to take a second one just in case we need that for something else. Just for the maximum disrespect, he like just goes like, nope, this is going in my cringe compilation. One shots you. Very funny. Also, probably should not have used Furry on that, because I think I can one-shot, and I might not get a second attack next time now. Especially if I use another sword up for... We're good, we're good, we're good. Alright, there we go. If I'm... Should be less quiet now. I realized after I came back, I was, bit further away from the mic than I was before. There we go. Was that... Okay. This is gonna be... There we go. Okay. I was worried that was going to take a while. Hopefully this doesn't take a while. I'm just gonna not... No, we can't say that my Twitch is forgotten as Xeno views. That's the Discord server. Twitch is slightly less forgotten. Oh yeah, unblocked, these things are doing 4 damage to me. I think I'm good. Never mind, that one didn't die. They have like 16 HP, I think. Oh, don't worry, the Discord server, like, genuinely doesn't exist. It doesn't have any public channels besides, like, a couple update ones. You cannot talk in it even if you wanted to. That's the joke. Alright, you know what? I think it's funnier to use the camera second in a combo, actually. Because he's, like, stabs you, takes picture... Or actually, no. Stab, take picture, stab, I think is even funnier. I'll try to do that next time it shows up. This is probably overkill, but it looks cool. So we're going to do it. And that's interesting. The flying enemy is resistant to wind instead of weak to it. It's kind of the opposite of how it sometimes is in these types of games. Oh. Okay. Well, do I get the option to tell him not to do this now? Or is that just flavor text for the side quest? Oh, it's already dead. Yeah, sure. Sure, this can't possibly go wrong. Alright, I'm guessing someone's gonna actually need that at some point. Yeah, we do not need the third combo shot to destroy these things. Also, the fact that his mouth isn't animated during any of the cutscenes makes things even more nostalgic. Or any of the battle quotes. Okay, it's this guy's just sits back down. Like, I can't tell. Is that guy supposed to be injured there, or he's just chilling? Because if he got attacked by something, is hurt, and that's why he's like, oh no, this place is so much more dangerous. And he just collapses again after giving us advice. And we don't do anything about it. It's very funny. There we go, there's a new area. He wouldn't help. But if he asked for help, I would force him to help. That's how these work. You've got to bully the ordinary characters. Only two shot. Like, I know that there's going to be a lot of missable stuff because I think, like, one of the other few things I know about these games is the obscenely long speed run, and I think that revolves around a bunch of missable items. So I'm not going to stress it. I'm not going to go for 100% on this playthrough. I'm trying to do this blind without a guide beyond, like, generally asking chat if I'm stuck slightly on something. That would be a second playthrough thing, and probably not a stream playthrough thing, because this is more about me discovering it than actually trying to do any specified playthrough or any optimizations. Trust me, I will not be doing any optimizations here. Oh, okay. We got QuickTime events here. If the comments are getting too much, I'll say something, don't worry. Right now, it's just like, I don't think you said anything that wouldn't be in the instruction manual if I was playing this in 2003 or whenever it first came out. So, it's not bothering me. Actually, I think this one might have been 05. I don't remember if this or Origins was 05. I know one of them was. Oh yeah, I'm kind of already getting into the bad habit of not paying attention to elements here, but okay, resistant to wind and oh no, the other guys are resistant to fire. That's another question. Did they add a bestiary anywhere in here? Not look like it. Oh well. No big a deal. I would assume that we're not going to be fighting the same enemies once we're like off this island. Yeah, the only thing that like feels missing right now is just having another party member so these 3 enemy fights go up quicker. But it's like obviously not a big deal. Like, honestly, while we're talking about instruction manuals, or while we're talking about the early 2000s and these games first releasing, I kind of want to do a video about the instruction manuals for the Xenosaga games at some point. Like, I was lucky enough where the copies of all 3 I got still have the manual. And there's a lot of actually interesting stuff in there. My only finisher's wind right now, but probably didn't even need to use it there anyway. Oh, okay, that's another screen. That's not what I meant to do. There's the rocks. Oh, and they respawn. Okay. Come back to get the other one later. Ah, but you see, kaboom. Oh, there's more rocks on the other side. Oh, never mind. It blew up both of them. I was slightly concerned I'd have to go all the way back. Get another set. Alright, there is an item down there, so I have to go down here and get it. A whole bunch of damage on it. I don't think the manual's like super worth reading if you've already beaten the game or like used a guide to play through it the first time, but there's... There are neat tidbits. Just... game manuals are a lost art in general, so I always appreciate seeing them for like older games and series that I still play. Oh. Okay, I didn't notice the water stopping there. I'm smart. Now, does this one stop at all, or can I just... Okay, this one can just... We're good. That's a very questionably large hitbox. I think these guys resisted fire. Xenoblade 1 for the Wii definitely did have one. I also have a Wii copy of that, so... yeah, I don't remember if it was like particularly quirky or interesting like a lot of earlier generation games had. I think Xenoblade 1 is the last one to have a proper manual, though. X's was purely digital, if I remember correctly. Oh, that's... well, at least that guy was at full health. I'm trying to remember... actually, hold on. My copy of X is right next to me. I can just check. Okay, so it's actually even funnier than that. It doesn't have a proper manual, but it does have... it has like a small couple page pamphlet that's just got like the usual copyright notices that every game has. But then the actual manual is just like instructions on accessing the electronic manual in the game, which is honestly really funny. Probably didn't need to print anything off for that, when they could have just, I don't know, like had an actual tutorial pop up letting you know that it existed. Okay, yeah, I absolutely agree. Picture stab is the funniest way to do that. Now, actually, one thing that I want to know is, because that's like the one, I guess besides Xenosaga DS, the one Xeno game that I've never owned. Mine's Xenosaga Freaks. The one release of a game in the Xenoblade series that I've never owned was the Wii U Virtual Console version of Xenoblade 1. What did that do for the manual? Because if by the Xenoblade 1 concept book you mean the Monolith secret files, I've got like a PDF of the fan translation for that. I know a few people who worked on that, and I've used that a few times in videos already. I don't particularly need scans from that. I do want to get a copy for myself at some point. I don't actually own Perfect Works, which is like one of the big gaps in my Xeno collection, besides like any of the actual Gears and Saga figures. Which, well, no, I do have the Faye figure. What am I talking about? Oh, it does not have an official translation. It got officially translated into French for 1,000 copies that were like a Club Nintendo reward. There's just a fan translation out there that's pretty good and sheds a lot of light on things. The one thing that does, like, I would love to have someone get a copy of at some point is the Xenoblade 1 Japanese Player's Guide, because that had lore information. I do not have the... For the Wii version, yes. I also do not have Japanese Xeno novels. I also don't really know what you're referring to with that, because I know there are Xenosaga, like, drama CDs. I can't believe I screwed that up a second time. And, like, there's the short story in the Monado Secret File for Xenoblade 1. But, like, the Gears and Saga things, they're just art books that happen to have lore in them. And the Siren model kit is legendary. One piece of, like, sad yet relevant information is, I think the newest game that I still have a guide for is Paper Mario Sticker Star. Like, unironically. I know I own the Prima guide for that. Is it the Japanese guide that's on the archive? Because if that's the case, then I would assume that everything relevant's already been translated. Because I thought it was like some actually hard to track down book. I've heard very little people actually talk about it, and it confirms a few things that honestly, just I hate to be shilling my own content to my own content. Literally just watch the Xenoblade Retcons video. That's where some of the interesting info comes from. I also just realized how low HP I am. I should probably actually use this bamboo shoot at some point. Been in my hand for like 6 battles now. Guess I'll use another one. Oh, that's funny. The monsters have like very small decks if he decked out after like 2 turns. I guess makes sense. The bosses would have bigger ones with like more copies of the same cards. I'm gonna be real. I don't know if I'm actually overleveled, but I feel a bit overleveled, so I'm gonna skip those enemies on the other side there. And I'm gonna... Ah! I have found another instance of myself in this game, apparently. Privy to the secrets of combat. Okay, so that's what the numbers do. Okay, orders and pairs. I see. Okay, so it's like it's not just fully random. There are actually benefits for building things properly and using like paying attention to the numbers of things. Okay, so these are interesting mechanics. I just hope the game eventually does get difficult enough to warrant having this much complexity in it, I guess. I think you have a physical English version of Perfect Works. I know it's a fact Perfect Works never got an official translation. Like, the cover, I think, is all in English, but the information inside should still be mostly Japanese. It has, like, one of my favorite pieces of English in the entire series is the like, directly translated the word chibi. So there's a few pages in Perfect Works where it's just like, I don't know if it was Tanaka, but basically there was a few pages where it's just chibi art of a bunch of characters and it's labeled Deformation Gallery in English, which makes me laugh a lot. Okay, if it's not official, then that makes sense. I just didn't know that whoever did the fan translation actually printed out unofficial copies of it. That makes way more sense than there being some, like, official translation I didn't know about. I do kind of hope some fan translation project eventually does go over Perfect Works again, because at least the translation that I've found and have been using is... I don't want to call it, like, outdated in terms of quality, I guess. It seems like it's touched up machine translation in a lot of places and not, like, fully translated by hand or anything. Anyway. These things appear to be literally on fire. So I'm gonna take that hit. Oh, there we go. Okay, okay. We got things that are actually causing damage. That makes me feel a whole lot better. I assume, like... Ah, I see. Double damage. That's neat. There's a very big sliding scale of elemental things. You know what? Well, I got them both in my hand. I might as well just heal twice. And oh, it was a pair too. Okay. Neat. That was not the right button. Oh, these things are fast too. Wow. Unfortunately. Yeah, these guys are tougher. Hopefully, like, whatever item is behind them is actually worth it. Okay, now 6, 8. Yeah, I'm gonna just stick with that and see. Okay, so you do need at least 3 cards to get straight, but you can get a pair with just 2. I did not notice that those enemies were just called Doomers. That's way funnier than it has any right being. I'm gonna actually drop the fire for another ice. The shoots for now. That's defense 10. That is 23. Alright, I think I get rid of that for this. Keep the lower number short sword. That would be more useful for building up straight combos. And get more ice. There we go. Dude, like, that's the good thing about deck building games. They're really, really likely to have let you swap out your loadout extremely quickly compared to a lot of others. Which is good if you're in a situation like this where you've only got the one party member. And enemies here have completely different like weaknesses and resistances than elsewhere. There we are, with 3 2s. Will it still count as a pair with an odd number of the same? Yes, it does. Okay. Unfortunately, I think these guys resisted water. So, can do a lot. Oh no, these guys are weak to water. Never mind. Okay. Guess everything in here is weak to it. Okay, I will use the helmet to do nothing. Let's go, 6 damage. Ooh. Never mind, decked out already. I will be healing now, apparently. Okay, freezes. I know I saw, like, because for some reason this game gets 0 promotion, so there's only a Japanese Twitter account for the series. I know they said something about there being a bug already that's going to be patched out soon, so that's probably it. 1, 3, 8. I don't know if them all being seen. Oh, it needs to be like actual ascending order, not just one number bigger than the other. Okay, that's... Yeah, it's like a straight in actual card games. I'm really stupid sometimes. I don't think I have enough varied numbers to be able to get that easily right now. Not super worried about missing that stuff. I got enough duplicates where I can get a pair if I'm lucky, though. Like, the one thing I'm definitely slightly missing, and this is purely because of Sea of Stars, is... Okay, so they do have buffs and debuffs. Is, like, the ability to attack enemies on the overworld for, like, a first strike bonus. Sea of Stars, because it's inspired by Paper Mario, gives you 2 ways to do that. Alright, these should just heal me by 90 and not by 99 like I did before, because those are... Oh no, because that one was a straight. Okay, so you can get a straight from 2. That's very surprising that Explosive Orb didn't do fire damage. Sea of Stars is good. I would just caution you to treat it story-wise closer to the Paper Mario side of inspiration than the Chrono Trigger side of inspiration, I think. Because it does not have a Chrono Trigger tier story, even if everything else is really good. Alright, now I'm curious. It said... That's collections. It said only usable in camp. Okay, that does count as camp, I guess. I'm enjoying this a lot so far, actually. Like, it feels like the beginning of a long game, but that's to be expected from the people who are making it. So, like, this is basically the second dungeon, and it's already, like, actually making me think about unique mechanics and doing things. Oh, now... okay, now that I cleared it, I can just go back through there. That's really nice. That's actually something Sea of Stars doesn't do on every occasion. It only does it in some locations. Funny. But I'm assuming if I come back here, the doctor will have something to thank me. Well, he could... The thing he has to thank me is the words thank you, apparently. I've only got one level stored. I'll pass for now. Although it is good. Like, actually... I do like when you can choose specifically when to level up as the player, and it doesn't just automatically happen when you max out on experience, because that opens up the opportunity to do level 1 runs, and those are always cool. Alright, let us get into the city. I have a feeling something big is going to happen at the end of the story sequence for the city, because it's a city. And it's called the Ancient Capital, which, like, in these games, ancient stuff is always extremely important. God, these backgrounds look so good. Like, I've seen only a small amount of, like, art from Yatsuki Hone and the other people who worked on these games, but I really like the style they go for in the concept art for these. I like how there's no nice option here. That's really funny. The game knows that it's very funny to sass him. I like how there is a canonical reason why we don't have dialogue options to bully him every single time, and that's beautiful. He's literally just saying, don't be mean to me or my stats will get worse. It's amazing. I can't tell if that's not supposed to be being played for humor, but, like, I think it's funny. Oh god! I have been raided. Hello. Thank you. Also, I am just getting... Did I get the fish constellation? Hold on. I think I've... Of course, Spirit of Water Montaru raids as soon as I get the fish. I think it was. Okay, I don't know if that's actually supposed to be Pisces, but spelled weird. But it seems like Pisces. It has been quite fun so far. Thank you for the raid. Can I capture the clouds? No, I can't capture the clouds. It feels like... It feels like a Monolith game, but from an era where Monolith didn't make games. It's like, this is a different formula than even Xenogears did. But it's still clearly the same people who made Saga at the same time. Which is interesting because I've never cross-referenced the credits for this in like Xenosaga 1 or 2. I don't actually know how many people worked on it, if it was just 2 groups of people within Monolith Soft. Wait, can I actually fight these guys? Okay, Pixis is a separate constellation. I know there are a few that I don't fully remember, but I also know that this uses a lot of Arabic names for stars, so I wasn't sure if that was just the Arabic name for Pisces. Like, I believe even Mira is an Arabic star name. Like, Baten Kaitos itself is. But if I remember correctly from just kind of seeing it around generally, a lot of areas in here are Arabic star names. God, I can't believe the mascot animal is literally just a pig cow. Like, it feels like a bit from Avatar, but it isn't, and this predates Avatar by several years, I think. Oh my god, we actually have blob-to-blob communication, folks. Also, like... I was not expecting the species name of these things to be Greythorns. That's definitely not what I expected from, like... What are these things? Are they, like... They look like dolphins. But, given that there was a whale in the opening scene, I'm assuming that they might be whales instead. Alright, it looks like it's just a wing design, but I definitely thought that this character model... Oh no, it does go around the back. Never mind. Why does that look like the straps on a maid dress? The rest of the outfit looks completely normal for this aesthetic. Oh my god. I cannot believe it. Wait, what? Yeah, I'll take the flower. Why didn't the water work? Oh no, I did get that. Okay, never mind. Okay, so I was right to hit the water twice. Oh my god, there's more of them back there. I love the way they walk. Okay, so I can't actually go down that street. I can go in here. It's just the house. The house. Oh no, I can only observe the picture. I was wondering if I could, like, get the essence of the painting, too, for some reason. Like, to show it to his wife and creep her out or something. But I don't actually know who did the different writing. Oh my god, Meme, I will respond with squeak squeak every single time I talk to one of them. That's amazing. Like, I don't know specifically what Masato Kato handled in terms of, like, writing on Xenogears, but the NPCs in this game so far have definitely felt like they were written by some of the same people. Oh my god, because there's floating islands, they're cloud gulls and not seagulls. That's amazing. Okay. That dirty old man, which reminds me of... I don't know if you're still watching Chirpy, but... Greasy Man, my favorite Trails character. Alright, I like how I have one path, and it's to go directly towards the guy that I know as a fact is not going to like me. Am I just gonna have to beat these guys up and be like... I'm just gonna be like, I need the airship now. Okay, so I can't just get in. Is he just gonna, like, ask us to turn back around and go right through? Or we could just get another character. Let's see, is this... Pablo the Third? Oh no, Palolo. Okay, I misread that. I thought it was Pablo the Third, which I think is slightly funnier, but... Oh, did I miss a couple alleys? I will go back and check those. Because I'm assuming there's going to be a shop here in the big city. Oh my god, we're just going around. I'm just gonna ask small child how he snuck in. Because clearly... I actually don't know how old Kalas is, but like, he looks grown enough where he probably won't fit in whatever way that kid got in. Like, he probably just snuck in through a window that was half open. I highly doubt that larger guy in what seems to be at least light armor is going to be able to get in there easily. I feel like he's close to Murder Hobo, but not quite there. He's like, he's how I play D&D. Like, I feel too bad to go actual full Murder Hobo. But I would go this level of Gremlin mode. Hold on. That one's gonna be the out of context tweet of a screenshot after I'm done with the stream. Alright, so assuming he's a woodworker. Didn't she say something about... Alright. Can't open the drawer. There's also not like anything I can trap in a card around here that would get it open, so we'll see. What does the guy himself actually have to do? Oh, this is the guy. What does he actually want? Does he just want me to open the drawer? Oh god, that's a brilliant bit of asset reuse. The interaction exclamation point is also the I just figured something out exclamation point. But bigger. How many times is he going to stretch? Oh. I thought that was just part of the cutscene. But, oh no, it is part of the cutscene. Never mind. Oh. I see. I hope this is a game-long side quest and I'm not just supposed to be doing this just on this island. The only people in this world allowed to wear bracelets are related to me. That's great. Oh, this permanently takes up one of my spots. Actually, no, like, 4 is an odd number to start with. I see. Okay, that's why he was being referred to as a dirty old man. So that explains why it gave me 3 slots to begin with. Because it gives me a game-long side quest that's, like, locked to one of them right out of, like, immediately after that. I don't know if I could use the flower or the bird for anything. At all, even. I mean, the bird was part of an actual side quest, so I'm assuming the bird's useful for something, but I don't know about it. Oh, did they take the ages out of this version? I see, okay. I wonder if that was removed in the Japanese version as well. They just... Hold on, where am I? Oh, is there... Oh, I'm just watching the kid. Oops, I didn't notice. Although we're gonna ignore that for now because I don't think I can go down this alley. Like there's one here? That's light. That is light. Hopefully there's a shop in here somewhere. We got a lot stuff to offload. These airship designs are really unique and cool. Flying to Diadem. Okay. Well, there's the 14 reference for this stream. I'm assuming Colossus is just gonna yell at me if I try to leave. Yeah. Okay. Well. There's another one right off the bat. Yeah, we already got 3 of them right from here. Okay, so there's the other one. That's her dad. Okay. Ah, so she wants the bird. I see. This is gonna turn into me, like, accidentally 100%ing everything that's not permanently missable. trying so hard to not make half a dozen jokes about the blue bird of happiness. Alright, I think... Now I wonder if this guy's going to be mutually exclusive with Nubata once we ever meet who that is. Five whales. That's an amazing pitch for a lore dump. There are whales. Oh, they're the islands. Never mind. We're stuck on a different island. A lot more than we can... Something that vaguely rhymes with island. Okay, so we've got the frontier, the clouds, rainbows, illusions, and the empire. Oh, that's what these shop screens remind me of. Like a shop in East or something like that. Where you go in the shop, the actual shop screen is just... like face-to-face with person. Alright, well... I wasn't expecting these to go for so much, but... maybe there's actually good stuff in the shop. Yeah, hold on to everything else for now. Here, a lot of kebabs, a lot of stuff I can't use right now, so we're gonna ignore that for now. Alright, this looks like it'll go bad very quickly. So I'm gonna hold off for now because I know what I'm going through pretty slowly. I could check my deck from like the actual screens. I'm gonna grab... oh, okay, you can only get one like of each of these things. I'll just grab everything I could use for now. Because I don't remember what the numbers on the fire swords I already had were. And for now, I think I'm just gonna go high damage. So like... I haven't been using the short swords for defense a whole lot. Rid of those, throw these in. And do I want the fire mail? I'll take that because that's more. I will take... that's 10. And... yeah, I think I'll take the one with 20 instead of the one with 10. That seems about right. And since this is... an early 2000s game, I'm going to assume that dying will... oh, hey, it's exactly midnight. Nice. Yeah, I'm assuming that death will just take me back to the save point. I don't know if this version added a retry fight option, but either way. Oh, we useful to have a save. I see. He is a ninja.
兄ちゃん、この家に何の用だい？ここは神出鬼没の大泥んこ、パロロ三世様の縄張りだぜ。
おっと、ちょうどよかった。お前を
Although, admittedly, I am probably going to stop after we get, like, through the next story beat, or, like, I'm assuming the, like, big house is going to be a dungeon. So, probably after that.
なんだ兄ちゃん、
もしかして俺の子分になりたいのか？
悪いけど違う。実は訳あって漁師の館にこっそり潜り込みたいんだ。お前あそこに忍び込んだんだろ？どうやって入ったのか教えてくれないか？
へへ、漁師の館か。ま、教えてやらないこともないけど。
That was a very high quality jump.
なんでって、それはもちろん。
Alright, yeah. It's. I was gonna actually think that over. I hit A by accident, but was wondering which of them would actually convince him more. Oh, never mind. He's just rolling with it. We're good. I'm assuming this is not going to be an actual party member. Oh yeah, he does have a portrait. That could be massively important. Cannot wait to see this one pop up on Video Game Advisor on Twitter in a few days. Now, is this going to be from the island with like the rainbow country? Because I feel like that would be a bit of a large time sink when we're already on a clock. We're gonna go full trade sequence. Oh no, I'm just going back out towards the river. Never mind. Alright, is the joke here that he didn't tell us where the actual hideout was? Or is he just treating... He said the house was his turf. I figured that was just like his house, but I don't know. We'll see. Honestly, I do think it's kind of ingenious to like have an RPG where you basically get empty bottles from a Zelda game. This is not a mechanic I remotely expected to be a thing when I started this. Forgetting that we get a lot of healing items in this. This riverbank enough, or... Oh, I didn't even notice the guy there. Okay. I mean... That works. Good to know he's there, at least. Okay, good. I still want to attack this round. I keep forgetting that I can actually, like, select cards, even if they're not actually useful during an attacking turn. Oh wait, is that crab new? Or is that supposed to be the spider? I think that's the spider, actually. Looks a lot more like a crab, unfortunately. Although, honestly, the idea of an enemy like this with legs that look like scorpion tails is pretty neat. Alright, it's playing unique music. This may have just been a mistake. Okay, and this resists water, so that's good. It's probably attacking with water. This is not a great end. Yeah, just... Okay, still got the finisher at least. Hopefully that'll make up for the very small amount of damage. And it guarded one of them too. Needs more actual damage from that. And it's weak to wind. Okay, we're good. Just only have one method of attacking with wind right now. Need to stop accidentally shielding with the water things. Yeah, no, I got 2 bamboo shoots. Get enough time to heal. Alright. And getting close to decking out. I think it must be as well, just because... Probably be decking out on that turn, because it only did 1 attack that time. Nope. Chose to not do that, I guess. Great, yeah, just water stuff and fighting the water guy is going fantastically. I got 2 straights, so I might as well make the best I can with the water weapons out of that. Oh, and a 6, 7, 8 with the special. Okay, we're gaming. We're gaming. As someone who doesn't like actually really play trading card games, this is... It's different. I'm not used to getting screwed over by the RNG in the form of cards. We got Thor that can also defend, and light magic that I just can't use. And that counted as an actual key item too. Okay. It's a good thing that like the actual story required stuff doesn't take up one of your empty slots there, because that could get obnoxious if you had to like dump side quest items anytime you wanted, like to actually progress the story or something, or like I would assume if you do accidentally get rid of the family tree, you can just get it back and it will be as filled as it was before, but it would be bad, especially like because there are 5, presumably 6 based on the legend, islands in the world. That would be a lot of backtracking. presumably it will give me time to actually heal up in between giving him the thing and actually going into the mansion, because oh, this is the hideout. Okay. Yeah, the one with the kid. There we go. That's my protagonist, completely owned by a small child. If I still have... I'll go through this as quickly as I can. Cursor stuff. I don't have 3 party members, so we're fine. That's just stuff that I've already figured out and chat was already talking to me about. This seems like trial and error, I guess. Which I'm sure I'll accidentally get a whole bunch. As we got Palulu and Palolo. I was kind of hoping the third kid would be named something alliterative as well. It'd be really funny if the way to get in is just down the well they're right next to already. I was kidding. But also, this is the only place in the city I haven't been to yet, so it shouldn't be too big a surprise. See, I'm glad my, like, accidentally perfectly predicting things is working on shorter term now. I still can't believe that future connected video actually ended up happening. Besides playable Juju and playable Tyrant, I guess. I wanted both of those. Let's see, how hurt actually am I? I am hurt enough, and I have 2 levels to cash in, so I think I should probably do that. That's just something I have already. I would assume like the default generic swords and stuff aren't going to change particularly over time. I think I got a picture of the spider. Yeah, 649. That's pretty good. Pretty good, I guess. Alright, I think I should actually... Oh, those are only sellable for one. Okay, yeah, I will just keep those then. Alright, exciting shop action here. Hang on to all that wheat crackers. Man, I kind of want some Ritz crackers now. Unfortunately, as you saw when I saved, it is past midnight in my time zone. I don't think I can get those particularly easily. Let's check what I got over here. I got... Oh, I couldn't use the leather hat. Never mind. I can use this. Probably swap out for... Oh, I already got rid of all the short swords. What's the, like, most useless number I've got here? I've got stuff where I can do 1, 2, 3, or 2, 3, 4. I've got a 5 here if I need to. I can just burn that, do that. And I do have 6, 7, 8. Oh. 3 bamboo shoots. No. I don't want to ditch something defensive quite yet either. There we go, there's actual sorting. Okay, I was struggling for a little bit there if you couldn't tell. These are the strongest. Those are good, those are good. And I feel like 8 would probably be the least useful. I've only got I've only got a couple 7s. I only got the 1 7 actually. Yeah, higher numbers are less useful right now. The only time I can directly combo into it would be with that. I've only got 3 8s to begin with. And like, I happen to draw Blue Storm and the Strong Fire Sword. I'm gonna just do those two as a pair. So, swap that for this. That is also strong. Okay. Also extremely surprised that healing didn't cost anything in an actual town. Not have a thing to class up yet. So it looks like, I guess there's got to be some, RNG with how the stats grow, or I'm just not understanding what the stat scaling means. Like, I guess the more levels you... Yeah, the more levels you do at once, there's some scaling with how your stats grow, but it looks like there's some RNG in it, because that's more than just straight growth from the first level, so... Interesting. Not like, just because he has blue hair, I wasn't expecting him to actually be a Fire Emblem character, but I guess there is a lot more RNG in his level ups than usual. At least for a game like this. I got 2 more fragments, so that might be enough for another reward here. Okay, so we are getting, like, constellations that are near each other. At least for the most part. Like, we got Draco, and Orion is what started, but... I wonder if, like, each island is going to be, like, close to a different, area of the sky. Level 2 thing, and I'm assuming... That robe did, yeah, did not seem like something he'd be able to equip, unfortunately. Between this and the shop, we're getting a lot of good gear for characters that aren't in the party right now. Actually, before I forget, I need to look up a couple proper names and see if they're actually stars. Like, Furcad seems like it would be a star name. But, yes it is! Furcad is the Arabic name, I'm assuming? Yeah. For Gamma Ursae Minoris, one of the 2 stars in the front of the bowl of the Little Dipper. Then I'm just gonna look up all the country names while we're here. 5 islands, so Sadal Sud, I'm going to assume... It's like Sud is a type of... Oh no, it's a type of clothing. Never mind, I thought it was... Ah, okay. Spelled differently, but Sad al-Sud is Beta Aquarii, which is in Aquarius, obviously. Then Diadem, I think, is just the word diadem. But that might be, like, related to Corona, the crown constellation, if anything. Sorry that, look, we're turning this into an astronomy lesson, but when you have me and when you have things arbitrarily named after stars, I'm gonna do it. Then... Anyway... Anyway. It's a Hawaiian word. Oh, it's the Rainbow Nation. It's Hawaiian for rainbow. Okay, that makes sense. Then Mira, as we all know, is from Xenoblade X, but it's also Omicron Setai. And then Alphard is actually Alphard with a PH, which, good job, whoever localized this game. They spelled it with an F instead of a PH, so people wouldn't confuse it for Alpharad 20 years later. I'm proud of them. Anyway, Alphard is Alpha Hydrae, so the brightest star in Hydra. Which, it makes sense on multiple levels. Like, the Empire is associated with the constellation Hydra, and then also because they're the Empire on the rise, they're the brightest star. And then, actually, I forget. Baten Kaitos is... Baten Kaitos is Zeta Setai, so it's a binary star. I don't know if that will be relevant to this game, but it's Zeta, so not a particularly bright star, even in its constellation, which is not even a particularly bright constellation, if I remember correctly. But it does come from the Arabic term for belly of the sea monster, which I believe is usually affiliated with the biblical Leviathan, so, you know. Can you tell this was made by the same people that made the Xeno games? Technically the entire title of the game is a Bible reference. Well, it's specifically Old Testament, which is slightly different. Alright, Boogie. Hopefully this isn't a particularly long dungeon. I do need to stop relatively soon. Actually, no, that entire star conversation, I just gave myself free content. I can absolutely make a video about all the star references in the Baten Kaitos series later. I must be some kind of genius for figuring that out only after the fact. Alright, some of these loading screens are worryingly long, but presumably since it was ported into a different engine, there's going to be some scuffed things.
ねえねえパロロ、よく見たらこの糸って七色雲のじゃないよ。
知ってるや。この時期にこんなあっさり見つかるわけないからな。
じゃあ知ってて抜け道を教えてあげたのね。やるじゃない。
Oh my god, we're giving Palolo pathos.
そういうこと。ああ、まったく俺ってお人よしなんだな。
Alright, I gotta wonder. I don't know how far before this game Origins takes place, but I would not be surprised if we get to meet Palolo the first or second. I like how he made like a dog noise, like dog shaking noise when he did that. Yes, that certainly is an airship.
奴はやはりあの船の中か。
Alright, we're gonna force him to be nice again.
シェラの件は後回しだ。先にジャコモを捕まえる。
He just wants his revenge. I'm assuming that's the end. Now the other question is, like, is this actually a dungeon? Because this seems like kind of a straight shoot right now. Staircase, there's some rooms here. Not take that water. Okay. You know what? It's probably useful to just always have water and fire on hand if I need it. Alright, that's either a level 2 finisher for me or something I cannot use with this character. It is a level 2 finisher for me. Okay, so I got 4 out of 6 elements. I've not seen the chrono element at all yet. There's just a monkey. Okay. I like how she's indignant specifically because she's cute and not because she's imprisoning someone. Oh, okay, these guys could just be fought normally. I thought this was an actual stealth mission. That makes me feel so much better. Bizarrely, I guess these guys are shooting with water. Actually, this is going to be a whole lot. They're water-based. The card mechanic has been good so far. It hasn't, like, actually felt like RNG for the most part. Like, obviously, I don't know how... Like, if it'll get particularly obnoxious later. But... like, for the most part, the fact that I'm taking a lot of damage here is because I'm doing the elements badly. Oh, if I do that, Alright, we'll do cringe compilation, fire, then the new finisher and see how that works. This is probably overkill. Okay. Was not the animation I was expecting from something called Shadow Wings. Oh, well, that's where she's trapped. Combo exclusive, so... Okay, so I actually do have to burn something that can't be used on attacking if I don't have anything. It's just a straight pass turn thing. Might have to do a heal turn this fight or next fight. Here, I can do that. I'm gonna save the saber for next time in case don't get something that can combo into the other sword. Oh, that did not kill. Okay. And they can heal themselves too. Alright, alright. See how it is. I believe he shot me with his gun. Oh no, he killed himself. That was really stupid of me. They do have different animations for when they're weak. Okay, I ain't going to be healing after this turn. I screwed that one up pretty badly. I have nothing to defend with right now too. 2 healing items, and those will chain together, so I will be able to kill it all. Okay, there we go. Got a shield and 2 swords for next turn. Better be able to finish the first guy off. Honestly, I was expecting the way the battle system worked to be more along the lines of a TCG type game, where I'd actually be physically playing a card game against the opponent, but this is more like playing cards than that, because like the numbers and the types of card actually matter more than individual effects, at least so far. I could have gone 2-6-8, but I'm going 2-4-8 because we're cubing that too. If it's the last thing I do. I guess you could argue that it is a bit like, stop giving me cards I can't use. A turn-based chain of memories, but oh, those guys are staying back. I've also only played Chain of Memories, and I did not like that. I just straight did not finish that game during my Kingdom Hearts binge. These statues, or are these? No, those are guys. That's weird. It's not working. I'm pressing all the buttons on my Switch right now. Can't go past these guys. Probably the actual Lord's room? Question mark? Oh no, this is the kitchen. Okay. And that's one of the family members. I have a strange feeling I can't get her out of here right now. Oh, I think I know how to get the cheese. I have to get milk and wait. Okay, we'll have to go all the way back at some point to do that, I think. Ah, okay. Forgetting just to check stuff, thank you. Alright, there's only one guy here, which means do that, we could do that, and we can do Wave Race Blue Storm for the Nintendo GameCube. Honestly, for not having been re-released itself, this has been a pretty banger few months for Wave Race Blue Storm. It got to be featured in Pikmin 4, and it's in this game, which got remastered. You know what? I guess I would rather fight you guys once. Or one guy, or two encounters of one guy rather than one encounter of two guys. But I'll use fire. Good news is, I'll just easily overkill. I just want to see. There's got to be. Okay, yeah, a 2 straight bonus is just 13%, but I'd imagine a 3 is like at least 25. And like considering how the max hand size appears to be like 7 or 8, I didn't actually pay attention to the number of slots. You get a lot of combos going here. Up here, this has got to be the Lord. Yeah. Oh! Gee, I wonder where the key is.
Oi.
Oh my god, he's actually just hiding behind the couch. This is peak. This is aggressively peak.
連中、お目当てのものはどうにか手に入れることができたらしい。ほっとしたよ。連中がしくじったなんてことにでもなっていたら、それこそこちらがどんなとばっちりを食っていた。
I feel like I should be looking up the Japanese voice cast, or the voice cast, I guess, in this version, because I feel like I'm recognizing a lot of the voices, but I couldn't be sure because it's a 20-year-old game. So it could just be people who sound similar and aren't necessarily still working in video games. Although, shout out to Falcom in their infinite wisdom of casting multiple JoJos, not actors who were in JoJo, actors who played JoJos in the Kuro Kaseki games, when they already barely have a budget and have to make each one in a year.
ジャコモと言ったか、たかだか兵隊の分際でこの私に指図する気か。くそ。あの娘、どうやら連中から何かしら盗み出していたらしいな。バカな娘だ。帝国相手にそんな真似を。
Oh yeah, I'm still questioning how much the localization was actually touched up, because Foolish Waif, again, is another very early 2000s type phrase to see in a translated thing.
どんな宝を夢見ていたのか知らないが。
しかし別に森から莫大なお宝を掘り出してきたという様子でもありませんでしたな。宝でないとすると、わざわざ事前に調査隊までよこして、連中は月魂の森で何を？
Also, I don't know if like anyone ever realized or checked the category for this game. The remaster is technically not in Twitch's library as itself. It's just the 1 remaster and the 2 remaster, but the icon for both of them is the official art for the collection of both of them. So I just have it set to the GameCube version, which I don't think anyone's gonna particularly care. Like I don't think John Twitch is gonna slap me in the face for doing this, but. This version of the game had 800 followers. The remaster had 6.
例の古い言い伝えか。 呪われた魔物が封じられているとかいう。くだらん。連中が何をやろうとしているのかなどわしは知らんよ。お前も下手なことには首を突っ込まぬ方
Alright,
が
you know what? I
身の
think
ためだぞ。
instead of doing the entire dungeon,
この娘の
they're
よう
just
に
gonna
なりたくなければ
free Zelha
な。
and then probably stop at the save point. Because the save point's right there. Because I thought we were going to be done with the dungeon at this point.
今は
あのまま客室に
Very convenient of them to put 2 treasure chests in the same room.
連中に
Actually, I don't know if these are actually treasure chests or just like storage receptacles for magnet energy, because all that comes out of them is 1 card.
明日にでも始末してしまえ。今度のことはさっさと終わらせて全て忘れてしまうのが一番だ。
承知いたしました。
ゴルドバは間もなく出港する。少数の
It's a good airship name, actually.
するらしいが、それもわずかな間だろう。これでまた以前と変わらぬ暮らしに戻れるよ。こちらに火の粉が降りかからなかっただけまだマシだったと。おっと、そろそろ時間か。ゴルドバを見送りに行かねばな。
Oh, okay, I get it. He's going to actually have to choose between Giacomo and freeing Zelha now, because the ship's leaving right now. Oh, are we going to have any influence over him this time? Or is he just going to do what he wants, and that's going to make him weaker?
ゴールドバってのはあの戦艦のことだな。どうやらもうすぐ動き出すようだ。
I'm going to keep insisting on this, and he's going to keep getting mad at me for it.
わかった。
Oh, wow, I'm surprised.
先にシェラを探そう。
Guess we already have the key, so we can't be too mad about it.
ほっといたらやばいことになりそうだしな、あいつ。さあ、行こうぜ。ぐずぐずして
Interesting that he's just named, like, outright name dropping God here, so. I mean, there is a church inside the flower, so. Like, the fact that they believe in a god is not surprising, but. Yeah, I guess this isn't. This was pre. Being published by Nintendo, so. We could just do that. Instead of having to lock the one direct mention of God in Xenoblade 2 behind the lyrics of One Last You. Oh, it's the guy. That was the guy from the village. Actually, I need to check another star. I forgot to look up. Kabalrai is Beta Ophiuchi. So, star in the Water Bearer. Or no, I think it's Sabelrai. I just keep... Whenever I see C-E-B, I'm going to pronounce it as Ke. Or Keb, because it makes me think Celeborn. Which, yes, I did used to pronounce Celeborn before. I don't even think it was before watching the movies. I think it was actually reading the pronunciation guide in the appendices of The Lord of the Rings that got me to pronounce things properly. Alright, I got voice 2. I don't know what that does. I'm going to refrain from looking it up, because I'm not going to be shuffling around my cards again. Right at the end of the stream. It's kind of weird, at least in this dungeon so far. The rest of the game, like, oh, that's unfortunate. Bananas are already green. Monkey room, very important because monkey. Stained glass. There we go. All right. plot. There we go. It's actually voice acted this time. Certified me my moment.
おいシェラ、大丈夫か？
Actually, I've been pronouncing her name.
カラス、来てくれたの。
Pronouncing her name Zelha, but it might be Shelha. Like pronouncing the X like a Chinese word, I
待っ
guess.
てろ。今外してやる。
I actually don't know if the characters are named after stars, but I'm not gonna look that up quite yet. Because I get spoilers.
大丈夫か？
ええ、お願い。少し待って。
Am I just going to heal her?
ミーマイ、あなたも一緒だったのね。ありがとう。心配しないで。
Yeah, somehow I'm less mad at the fact that Mima is an obvious mascot character than I was with Choo Choo. Oh, his name is actually Karasu. I was curious about that. I thought that was the case, but he didn't pronounce it that way.
これでかなり楽になったわ。ありがとう、カラス。
Like she
来て
does,
くれ
but
て。
he actually says Kalas. I guess, like, yeah, cutting off the
ええ、
end.
ミーマイ
But...
もね。ありがとう。
Oh my god. Those I just realized her wings look more like...
ミーマイ。
Look, you're right, they do look like butterfly wings. That's probably what they're supposed to be. But since she was met in a Melia-like situation, they look like Telethia wings to me now. I hate it here.
まったく、俺はお前の乗り物じゃないんだぜ。おい。
I also guess I can't be too surprised that Kalas is named after ravens based on like the one actual bird wing he has.
その話は後で。まず連中から例のマグナスを取り返さないと。協力してカラス。
I like how I could say no, even though it's very obvious that the same guy,
それじゃあ早速
like
奴ら
Giacomo,
行きましょう。
probably also has it.
ああ、わかったよ。それじゃあ一緒に行こうぜ、シェラ。
Or he definitely pronounces it Shaha. So I will
ミーマイ
look up a clip of the dub, I guess, and see how it's pronounced there and use that pronunciation.
カラスと行く？私と行く？
現金なやつだな。
Can't believe he wants to go with the person he came here to save and not the guy who looted corpses before. This makes so much sense. The inconceivable, truly. Alright, more birds. I appreciate. And then... There we go. Okay, we got some time stuff. Actually... Yeah, we never got an item to, like, raise her class level yet, so... Oh, God, yeah, okay, voice does not look like a very good ability. 2 bananas, got light. I'm gonna add these two. I'm gonna not add those two. I'm gonna get rid of order 1 for the light 2, then... Got a lot of the leather helmets for her as well. Both of them can use the recipes, which I'm assuming just using this recipe in combat is going to teach me, or like, give a hint for the combo. So I could do that at some later date. Okay, so it does not give a whole lot of hints here. 13, 12, 8. Haven't seen anything that inflicts status ailment, so I'd be okay with swapping... I'm okay with swapping these out for the stuff with 12 until I start actually seeing stuff with statuses. I don't know if I need 4 lights. Get rid of the 1. This looks like low numbers aren't good for her. She's got a lot of medium numbers, which would be good for getting pairs. And 2 more slots. Yeah, I got a whole bunch of 6s here. We'll go with that for now. Looks like a lot of the enemies around here are fire-based. We'll keep the 2 fires just in case. Oh, she's also still level 1. I should probably fix that as well. Assuming. Oh, okay, she can just class up too. That really should have checked that before I checked the other stuff and changed her entire loadout, but we're fine. And surprisingly, she has slightly more experience than he does, which is weird. That has to do with things later, but now we will actually finish filling this out. The water defense will be useful now. Small knives are probably just going to be selling fodder. Oh, shaving ice and whittling wood. Yeah, I should probably hang on to a few of those and not sell them. Fit in all my water and light here, and I don't want the dark because I've got a whole bunch of light, which means it's kind of likely that I'll screw over a combo with having the dark. Get rid of that, and I don't know if I want 2 fires. Take more defense though. I don't have any 7s. So I don't know how useful... I have 1 7, so I'm not sure how useful Fire 5 will be, but we'll take it. Okay, so Shella does seem to be correct. They just spelled it that way. So it'd be interesting if they did that because of the reference or to be, like, more unique seeming. But I kind of only want to look up references for locations for the time being. I feel like the characters themselves, I'm a lot more likely to get their actual Baten Kaitos wiki pages, and then I'll just end up spoiling myself. But at any rate, this was kind of a longer stream than I expected it to be, so thanks for stopping by, everyone who did. If you're still here from the beginning, that's kind of nuts. Thank you. Anyone who's there, especially the people who were lurking and I wasn't interacting with at all. You're still very important, and I'm glad you were able to get the full experience as well. Probably not going to be streaming tomorrow, because that's FF14 reset day. Maybe Wednesday, but I also do want to record a video this week, so might not do more than 1 or 2 more streams here. Hopefully, at least this game will be done by the end of the year. But I kind of want to get both done, so not like for review purposes or anything. I just want to have that out of the way so I can stream more stuff. But also, it's great, especially thank you to everyone who's watching now, because this is also going to be kind of a test run to see if people will actually watch me stream if I stream something that isn't a Xeno game. Because I've been wanting to stream more, but I've been concerned that people will just ignore it completely if I'm not streaming exactly a Xeno game. So this is super good to know, because if I start with something very Xeno adjacent like this, maybe I'll be able to branch out to more unrelated things, and maybe not even RPGs eventually. I know that's getting a little crazy, but I like other kinds of games too, and if I don't force myself to play games that aren't long RPGs for content, I don't know if I'll ever get around to doing some things, so that'll be neat. Might actually want to play The Messenger again, because I've been considering, after playing Sea of Stars, making a lore video, like, about that entire universe so far. But, A, Sea of Stars DLC isn't out yet, and B, I didn't record my playthrough of that, or my first playthrough of The Messenger, so I might want to go through both of those again at some point, but those are questions for later. For now, I'm going to get something to drink, because I've gotten exactly one thing to drink the entire time I've been streaming for almost 4 hours. And it's a weeknight, so I'm assuming a lot of people watching are going to need to go to bed because there are other people than me who live in my time zone. So thanks again. Just pay attention to Twitter, the YouTube community posts, or the Discord, whichever you feel like, for updates on whatever I'll be streaming next. And, of course, any videos that will come in between now and then. Till then, though, I will be seeing ya. Gaming.